is coming in that's going to drop the temperature, what, about 1.5 degrees or something?
That's basically
nonsense.
it. We got to call it a cool front maybe, not a cold front. I don't know, because it's wimpy, but we're going to take it. We're going to take it. Not in my suit because it's so hot outside. You guys feel the heat. Temperatures right now are in the 90s, but it feels like it's over 100 degrees right now. Feels like it's 103 in Fort Smith, 104 in Clarksville. High pressure is still in place, and it's going to stay in place for the foreseeable future. It's going to break down a little bit this weekend to allow a quick cool front to try to move in temporarily, try to knock us down from the hundreds to mid-90s, but other than that, this high pressure is going to be locked and loaded. We've got several showers and thunderstorms kind of around this ring of high pressure, but here in the core of it, we just have a lot of sun. You've seen a couple puffy clouds here and there, and we'll have those, but they're just not big enough to rain anything out. We're in the 90s now in northwest Arkansas. We'll probably get to some 80s by about 9 o'clock. River Valley, we're in the hundreds through 6, and then we're in the 90s for the next couple of hours. We may not even get out of the 80s later tonight as we're trying to wake up tomorrow morning, as this dome of high heat just continues to sit right over us. I mean, the dome of heat really goes up towards the Canadian border, but right here in the core of it, where we have that high pressure with those other arrows, this is where we have mainly that heat index that's going to be over 100 degrees for the rest of the week. So here's your forecast tomorrow. Same thing, just different day, over and over and over again. The question is, how close do we get to 100, and will we hit 100 in northwest Arkansas? We'll be in the upper 90s tomorrow, just like we are right now. In the River Valley, expect more low 100s, and not just for an hour, but maybe for 2, 3, or 4 hours staying in those hundreds. And that's the actual air temperature. Feel like temperature will be over 105 throughout much of the afternoon tomorrow. So this evening, warm, muggy, no matter what you do. At least the wind is blowing just a bit to try to move the air around. The problem is that we have a south wind, and that's going to stick around the rest of the week, and that just blows in more humidity. So tomorrow morning we'll start in the 70s and 80s. Some of us may not even cool off, very much as we're trying to wake up for your Wednesday. And then even by 10, 11 o'clock, we're in the 90s. We're in the 90s the rest of the afternoon, and then trying to approach that 100-degree mark throughout the afternoon as well. Let's talk about rain chances, because we want to see a chance to maybe cool off. I know after a shower, it gets even more humid, but at least the temperature gets knocked down a little bit. Or our next chance for a shower comes in Friday. It's only a 20% chance. The highest chance of rain this week will be on the weekend, be on Saturday, and that's when that front will start to move through. And you can see the impact of that front. I mean, we're hot this week. In fact, we're probably going to an extreme danger territory. This is where we get excessive heat warnings coming in for Friday. But then for this weekend, we'll probably still have a heat index, but at least we'll only feel like the 90s rather than 110 degrees. So here's your 7-day forecast. Heat continues all week long, and a few scattered showers and storms Friday night in through the weekend, trying to cool you off just a little bit, but then it's temporary because next week it looks like we're going to just get this heat dome once again as the heat comes back.
Well, it is July. Matt's not in a suit because he's making cookies out in the vehicle.
That's what I was thinking. You are a true weatherman because you know how to dress for the weather.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It is so hot in that van. I know I wasn't trying to keep the door open because I don't want to cool off the van, but I also don't want to be in there very much.
Right. It's probably a little bit hard to breathe when you have that much heat.
Hopefully these things are done by 6.
That's the goal.
Darren's ready to eat
Darren's hungry. I was like, let's go.
He's been talking about it.
Well, with the bright and loud celebrations of Independence Day behind us now, animal shelters in the area are feeling the impact of stress it puts on all the animals.
You bet. Executive Director Nancy